Whether you're insulting NPCs, facing down the Sith and Jedi, or taking down galactic leaders, you want to look your best. I'm Fibro Jedi, and this is my beginner's tutorial to creating outfits. Let's get started. If you're a new player to Star Wars The Old Republic, you may ask, what are outfits? An outfit is a set of clothes that is visible to you and to other players but does not help you in combat. This means you may have very mismatched gear in terms of appearance, but you can create an outfit that looks the way you want. So here you can see that my gear has one appearance, but my character is showing completely different clothes. That's an outfit. If you are a free-to-play player and have never been a subscriber, there are a couple of unlocks you may wish to consider purchasing. These can be found in your character panel under Customize Appearance. The first option is Hide Head Slot. You may have a great piece of gear in the head slot that helps you in combat, but it may either be ugly or you simply do not wish to see it. Hiding head slot enables you to toggle this on and off on a per outfit basis. The second option is this button here, Unify Colors. I will cover this in more detail later, but having this unlocked will save you credits later on adding your favourite colours to your outfit. Before we look at what you can use to make an outfit, let's briefly talk about what you cannot use. Firstly, only visible items of clothing can be covered over with an outfit item. This means that weapons and offhand items cannot be made part of an outfit. If you want to change your weapon's skin, you have to do this within Equipment, and that will be its appearance for all your outfits. Secondly, you cannot wear an item that is higher than your character's level. This applies to whole items, such as this helmet here, and adaptable gear, such as this robe, where the mods are a higher level than you. And lastly, there is a small selection of gender-specific gear, such as the dancer's gear from this vendor here on Fleet, the security key vendor. If you have a male character, you cannot wear the dancer's outfit. Whether that's a blessing or not is your decision to take. When you create outfits, they are stored on the Outfits tabs. These tabs can be found on the right-hand side of the character panel. These numbered tabs are your currently unlocked outfit slots. When you start a new character, you're given 3 tabs straight away. Later, if you want to add more, you can do so using credits or cartel coins. To add an extra outfit slot, simply click the plus tab, which is located here. The cost in credits and cartel coins is shown to you in this panel. From here you can choose to add a slot to the currently active character, or if using cartel coins, you have the option to add an extra tab to all characters on your account, or again, to simply the character that is currently active. Be aware that the credit cost for each new outfit slot will be more than the previous one you unlocked. Once you have some outfits set up, you can switch which one is currently active, which one is visible to you and to other players, simply by clicking the tab that you want and pressing the apply button. Before you actually use the outfits tabs, it is important to preview items to decide if you want them as part of your outfit or not. I call this try before you buy. To preview an item, say from your inventory, or from a linked item in chat, simply hold down Control and left click the item. This opens up the preview window, allowing you to see what that item of clothing looks like on your character. In this window you can zoom in and out, drag up and down, or rotate your character in the preview window in order to see it from all angles. There are a number of places from which you can preview items. We've already mentioned linked items in chat and inventory. But anywhere an item or crafting schematic is listed, you can preview it. This includes personal or legacy cargo holds, crew skills crafting trainers, the cartel market, galactic trade network, collections and vendors, and there are others. Just be aware that if an item is in collections or in the cartel market, you will need to first go into the full armour set. So let's choose this one here to preview. And then you'll need to click Show Items. From there, you can then preview an individual component of that armour set in the preview window. I highly advise you keep the preview window open when putting an outfit together, especially if items of clothing are from a variety of places. The last thing I want to say about previewing is that you can also preview dyes. Dyes can change the appearance of one piece of your clothing or the whole outfit. However, the preview window shows how all items in an outfit would look if you used that dye. To preview a colour combination, you'll need to find a place where that dye or its schematic are listed. These places include vendors, such as the security key vendor mentioned earlier, the cartel market, Galactic Trade Network, the Artifice crafting panel, and the Artifice crew skills trainer. Locations mentioned earlier, such as cargo holds and inventory, count too. As with previewing items of clothing, to see what a dye looks like on your character, control and left click it to open the preview window. And I'll just show how this works in GTN 2. So if I go into GTN here and I look up dyes and I put cheapest at the top, wherever these are listed you can control and left click to see what that dye looks like. You should also make sure you preview dyes in conjunction with previewing items. Especially if you're now thinking about putting an outfit together, you'll want to see what your new item of clothing looks like and what the new dye looks like. With each control and left click, the preview window is updated. So if we preview the robe from earlier and then control left click the dye, we can see that the preview window is updated and we're not wearing this outfit yet at all. To undo the preview of that dye and see the item of clothing in its original colours, control and left click the dye again and it will vanish back to its default colours. Now we can finally start to use the Outfits tabs to put items of clothing together. Here I have items from reputation vendors, various cartel market armour sets and an item of loot, just to show that an outfit can be made up of items from various sources. At the start you'll need to decide if you want to dye it. If you don't, the outfit will take its colours from the chest piece. So for example, this jacket here by default is grey and red. If I then preview all the other items that I want in my outfit, you can see they also take red and grey. If you're happy with that, then so be it. If you're not and you wish to dye it, then there are two ways to go about that. Firstly, you can add the dye into the dye module slot of an item. You access this by pressing Ctrl and right-clicking the individual item. Alternatively, if you are free to play, you may need to find a modification station. You can find these on Fleet or in many major towns across the galaxy. Simply drag the dye from your inventory into the relevant slot here, and then press Apply. In this way, you can dye all the individual pieces of clothing for your outfit, if that is what you wish to do. If you have Unify Colours unlocked, which we mentioned earlier, however, you only need to dye the chest piece and press Unify Colours to apply that colour combination to all items within your outfit. That's why it can save you credits or crafting materials on dyes. The second way you can dye items within your outfit is directly within the Outfits tabs. All items that are stamped within your outfit can be controlled and right-clicked. This opens up the stamp dye window. You can then drag the dye from your inventory into the stamp dye window and press Apply, and that will put the dye into that individual item of clothing. The main downside to using this is that the dye is completely lost. In my opinion, it is better that you keep a copy of the individual piece of clothing, put the dye in it, and then save that for later, because then you can add that item into future outfits that you put together. If you have Unify Colours enabled, adding a dye this way into a non-chest piece item can lose the dye completely, because if you press Unify Colours, the chest piece colour will overwrite any other colours that you have stamped within the Outfits tab itself. So therefore, I highly recommend if you're going to dye parts of your outfit, you do so within copies of the items. I hope this bit makes sense. Right, now that we've got this far, let's put an outfit together. I'm going to dye it, in fact I already have. I'm going to dye the chest piece with a white and light brown dye, which I have put within the armour piece rather than using the outfit tab. As that was the way I advised you to do it earlier, it would be silly if I didn't follow my own advice. I set up a new outfit tab so we can create one from scratch as you will be doing. Now then, once you've got all your pieces together, all you need to do is drag each individual item across to the relevant slot on the outfit tab. Notice that with each piece, the outfit build cost increases. This figure increases along with the level of your character, so the more higher in level you are, the more expensive it will be to put an outfit together. This is why, if you can, try and sort out 1 or 2 outfits as early as possible in your character's journey. So I'll drag over the other pieces of this outfit now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need the wristlets here. There we go. So that's 6 items. You haven't yet stamped this outfit, which means you haven't confirmed all the individual components of the outfit. But that's because we're not done. Although do note that so far the build cost here is 13,800 credits, which is absolutely fine for me at this point in my character's travels. However, because this increases, you do want to, as you are travelling through the galaxy, that if you want to change an outfit, do it at the earliest possible convenience, rather than risk paying through the nose for it at a higher level. Another way round, other than using the preview window for seeing how an outfit looks, would be to try it on one of your character's companions, because it's free to equip them with whatever look you want. In this instance, however, just make sure that your character's companion is the same gender and body type, so that at least it's a realistic preview. Okay, so I'm going to hide the head slot here. Notice that I'd actually have an outfit piece in this slot. You're not required to fill all the slots, thankfully, but if you do not fill a slot on an outfit tab, it will by default pull in whatever is sat in your equipment. So do be aware that if you're not happy with the way an item is looking on your character, that you fill it with something that is more appealing. And any other slots that have the equipment showing through, bear in mind that if you do have access to and use the Unify Colors button, that if it is just an equipment item sat here, it will not pick up the dye within your chest piece. So, okay, I am happy with this. I'm hiding my head slots. I'm happy to pay 13,800 credits. I'm not, but I'm used to it. And I will be unifying colours, but I have to stamp the pieces first. So let's commit those changes, and OK. Now by default, we haven't actually got the colours showing through. Not that that's a particularly bad look with that colour combination, but just to show how it works. Once you press the Unify Colours, we are now fully updated with the white and light brown dye that the chest piece took. As I said earlier, you will need to unlock this. If you're a new player and haven't subscribed, you may need to unlock this within the cartel market first. Okay, so that's a basic outfit setup. So, it's over to you. Be creative, go wild, make whatever outfits that you want. Thanks so much for watching. Please do follow my channel and I'll see you again next time. May the Force be with you. Take care.